Hello everyone, my name is Vipul Kaushal and I'm a BTech student pursuing BTech in Electronics or Communication Trade from RGGEC, Nagrota, Bagua. So guys, today's our topic is AM detectors, which are also known as AM demodulators. Here AM refers to amplitude modulated waves. So let's get started with our topic. Since we know that demodulation is a reverse process for modulation and it occurs on the reception point of the communication system, the process of extracting an original message signal from modulated wave is known as detection. And the devices which demodulates the modulated wave are known as detectors. There are actually two types of detectors, square law detector and envelope or diode detector. So firstly, we'll talk about square law detector. Square law detectors are used to demodulate low-level AM wave. They contain two devices, square law device and low-pass filter. An AM wave is used as input which passes through square law devices and later it passes through low-pass filter, from where low frequency signal is only allowed to pass through it as an output, which is also known as demodulated wave or demodulated output. As AM wave is applied to it as input, it passes through square law device where it gets divided into two components, that is carrier wave and modulating wave. Since carrier wave has high frequency and modulating wave has low frequency, therefore when they pass through low pass filter, carrier wave is unable to pass through it, whereas modulating wave passes through it. If we talk about the circuit diagram of square law detector, then we can see that at input terminal, square law device is connected to it, and afterwards the capacitor C is connected in parallel to resistor R, which together form the low pass filter of the detector. And afterwards, if we talk about the expression, then here it is given the square law equation, that is V2T is equals to AV1T plus V1 square T, and the AM input voltage to the detector is also given below, that is V1T is equals to EC whole bracket 1 plus MXT bracket close cos 2 pi FCT. Now we will put the value of V1 in equation 1 and hence we'll simplify the equation. After simplification, or we can say substituting V1 in V2, we get this result which is given, that is equation A. Now since we know that cos square theta is equals to 1 by 2 1 plus cos 2 theta, we'll use this identity and simplify the equation, the last term of the equation, that is cos square 2 pi FCT. Now we will put the value of equation 3 in equation A and hence we get this result. Here the term B EC square upon 2 whole bracket 1 plus 2 MXT is the only desired term allowed to pass through the low pass filter. Therefore, our output V out bracket is equals to B EC square M bracket XT. Our second type of detector is envelope detector, which is also known as diode detector. It is known as diode detector because here diode is used in place of square law device on comparison with square law detector, and diode is the main element of the detector, and this type of detector is used to detect high level AM waves. And low pass filter, we already know that it is a combination of resistor with capacitor in parallel to the resistor. Now if we talk about its working, then we can see that in the positive half cycle of AM wave, the diode conducts and capacitor charges to the peak value of AM wave. When the value of AM wave is less than this value of capacitor, then the diode will be reverse biased. Thus the capacitor will discharge through resistor R till the next positive half cycle of AM wave. When the value of AM wave is greater than the capacitor voltage, the diode conducts and the process will be repeated. Here is the diagram for the envelope detector. Diode is connected to the input terminal and resistor and capacitor are connected in parallel to each other, which together form the low pass filter. Here the discharging and charging of the positive peaks of the capacitor results a ripple signal of frequency omega c in the output, and it can be reduced by increasing the time constant, that is RC. Here are the ripples formed during the wave demodulation process. As we discussed before, that by increasing the time constant RC, the frequency gets reduced of the ripples, and the frequency of ripples is denoted by omega c. Now our next category of detector is single sideband suppressed carrier detector, that is SSB-SC, and its type is synchronous or coherent detector. So let's discuss about this also. Here, since the same carrier signal is used for generating SSB-SC and to detect message signal, therefore the process is called coherent or synchronous detection. Here is the block diagram for the coherent detector. SSB-SC wave, that is ST, and carrier wave CT is together applied to product modulator, where there is the product of both the waves and the output is later passed on from low pass filter, and therefore we get the desired output. In this process, both the carrier wave and SSB-SC wave are multiplied if and only if the frequency and the phase of both is same, and the resulting signal is then passed through a low pass filter. Now let's come to the mathematical expression. Here SSB-SC wave, that is ST, is given below. ST is equals to AM AC upon 2 cos 2 pi FC minus FM T. Here FC and FM are frequency of carrier wave and frequency of message signal. Now CT is the carrier wave. CT is equals to AC cos 2 pi FCT. Now we do the product of both the waves and simplify to produce VT. VT is produced at the bottom of the slide, you can see. Here the first term of the VT will be the answer or the output, because it is the scaled version of the message signal and can be extracted by passing the above signal through low pass filter, and therefore its scaling factor is AC square upon 4. Similarly, we can do this for upper sideband. Actually we did before was for lower sideband, and this now we will do for upper sideband. The only difference is that ST, that is SSB-SC wave equation, in this both the frequencies, carrier wave frequency and message wave frequency, get added, and previously they both got subtracted in previous expression. So on same process we'll calculate the output and hence find this. V naught is equals to AM AC square upon 4 cos 2 pi FMT. Here also the scaling factor is the same, that is AC square upon 4. Therefore we can see the result of demodulated output, which is same in both the cases, that is upper sideband and lower sideband. Okay, so here our topic ends, and thank you so much for watching this video.